Fish Flop Friday is here. A 34-inch walleye was just caught on Lake of the Woods, and a Walleye Pro has won nearly $250,000 in the last month. That and more coming up right now in Target Walleye's Top 5 presented by Seafoam. Let's dive on in. Number 1 is Fish Flop Friday, baby. Basically the only hashtag that I religiously scroll through on Instagram and check it every single week. It's something that happens when you go to take that hero shot of a fish, and just before they click the photo, it flops and a little bit of gold comes out on the other side. And bonus points if it's a live photo like this gem my buddy Jason Durham sent me, a northern Minnesota guide, and props to Lauren Drake on being a good sport. Normally these types of shots get deleted from the memory card far before we ever get to see them. Luckily for us, Nicole Stone was willing to share. The facial expressions on these are by far my favorite part. There's so much going on in this next one from Outdoors Insider. I'm still trying to figure out who has the best facial expression between the kiddo, the dog, or that walleye that thought it was a good idea to munch a Max Smile blade. Shout out to Amber Serbin on catching her new PB walleye on the fly, and she got thrown into an epic mud wrestling competition right after, but she won. No doubt Fish Flop Friday gets a whole lot scarier when that fish has some meat to throw around. Of course, Fish Flop Friday is only funny when it happens to somebody else, but to be fair, all of these folks had their eyes closed, so they were gonna have to take the photo again anyway. Number 2. There's not many places you can catch a walleye that literally is so big it makes a 28-incher look small, but Lake of the Woods is one of those places. That's exactly where Brian caught this fish of 1,000 lifetimes, a 34-incher out of Lake of the Woods in northern Minnesota that absolutely dwarfs the 28-incher right next to it. I believe they caught him trolling cranks on lead core out in the basin, a way to get those crankbaits to dive deeper and get right in the faces of those mud dwellers, those basin fish that are out there roaming and feeding. But I don't know that for sure because the Fish Addictions crew gets a little bit tight-lipped, especially when it's tourney season and they've got tournaments coming up.
I've said too much.
But to be fair, I would also be tight-lipped if I was catching 34-inch walleyes in Minnesota while pre-fishing. Big congrats to Brian on sticking just a truly incredible specimen. I'm happy for you, I really am, but I'm also a little bit jealous. Number 3. Here's a walleye that had a good side and a very, very bad side. First, the good side. Eric Scrivener got this 29.5-inch bruiser from his kayak in northern Minnesota. And believe it or not, he was using a drop shot, a KVD Dream Shot, on 6-pound test, which sounds like a wild ride. Now, the bad side. She was decked out in what he believes is lymphocystis, which is a chronic disease caused by infection. No, it cannot be transferred to humans, but I still don't think I'd be touching that bonus protein any more than I'd have to. I'd still take her for a ride in my boat, though. Number 4. I feel yucky even saying this, but ice fishing is right around the corner, which is either really bad news or really good news, depending just how crazy you are. So I'm curious if any of you are crazy enough, die-hard enough to rock this hardwater themed lamp all year round. Honestly, I think it's pretty sick, although the only way you could tell it's not real is because that premium isn't cracked yet. And here your uncle thought his leg lamp from the movie A Christmas Story was really cool. By the way, no offense to my Uncle Greg, because I do think the leg lamp looks good in your place.
When you look at that, isn't that glorious?
Which brings us to number 5. Walleye Pro Dwayne Jelm is absolutely en fuego. I don't even know where to start. Basically, he's won nearly $250,000 over just the last few weeks of fishing walleye tournaments.
All I hear, go get the money.
First, he won the Green Bay NWT with a 2-day total, 10 fish of over 73 pounds, and a nice $100,000 payday. He said it was super crazy clear water and that they were using a variety of glide baits, so like jig and wrap style, moonshine shiver minnow style, those, in 18 to 24 feet of water, and that the fish were suspended 2 to 10 feet off bottom. But wait, there's more. Then just last week, Dwayne and his partner Tyson won the national team championship on Lake Oahe out of Mobridge, South Dakota, and won another $120-something thousand. And you want to talk about some seriously stiff competition? They were going against 256 other teams from 20 different states who had to qualify by winning and doing well in other circuits just to be able to fish it. Now, it sounded like an absolutely brutal bite. It was a 3-day derby, and there was 492 blanks with teams not weighing a single walleye. And another catch, each team could only have 2 fish in their bag that were over 20 inches each day. So these fellas went hog hunting, running and gunning, burning literally 50 gallons of gas each day of the tournament, and said that they never fished for more than 10 minutes in a single spot.
Okay, stick and move, stick and move.
That wraps up this week's top 5. Big shout out to Seafoam for keeping us running smooth and making this video series possible. If you want more walleye related content like this, sign up for the free Target Walleye emails at targetwalleye.com, and I'll see you back in 7 days.